Hello. Right. Back again, another video. Some of you probably already heard about this. It's probably been news now for a couple of weeks. I know it's coming out on the podcast this week, I think. And I've managed to get a little bit more information about it. And that is the potential for a raw shortage. Now, the reasons seem to be a little bit mixed up, but the effect is fairly confirmed. What I know for definite is that on the 1st of January, the law changes in China in regards to raws. Now, I've heard a few things. One is that previously they were legal for exportation from China, and that China has now changed that and they're not. Another one is that they have added SARMs and some peptides to the prohibited list, and because they know that factories are producing these for overseas markets, that they have increased inspection, and as a result a lot of the factories that make raws that they send over for UGLs are stopping their illicit trading because they know they're going to be getting inspected over their legit trading. And another story, which is possibly part of it in overall as well, is that they are getting a lot of flack over their CO2 output from their factories. So as a result, they are being very economical with what they do produce, and obviously they're going to satisfy the legitimate market first. But whichever one of those three, or combination of those three, or any other reason, the fact is that a huge percentage of the raw suppliers in China have notified their customers that as of January the 1st, they are no longer providing raw material, no longer providing raw powders. There are a couple that have said they are going to continue. How true that is, I don't know. The general thought was that 2-3 months time, everything will be back to normal, because they have had this before over the 2012 Olympics, and then there's been a case where I think it was 2005 when America put pressure on them as well. But it is now sounding like these changes are going to be permanent. There are potentially alternative suppliers: Malaysia, Thailand, Ukraine, India. For me, I would suspect that India would be probably the most viable. Ukraine, Eastern Europe, I'm just personally don't see that being the best of quality, and would be very concerned about what was coming out of there. Some labs have stockpiled raw and stockpiled stock. No one really knows how much this is going to impact the supply lines. No one really knows how long this is going to cause problems for, and I'm not aware of how much labs have stockpiled. I know a couple of small ones that are saying, based on their last 12 months of trade, they've got enough raw to last them between 6 and 10 months. But the market's too big, that's for sure. And this isn't just going to affect the UK, this is going to affect the world. This is going to be international, because the vast majority of UGLs get their raws from China. So it's going to put a dry spell everywhere. The two problems with this, or the two potential problems from this, is one, price will go up, and two, quality will go through the floor as UGLs try to maintain supply and pick up extra custom from the labs that can't supply, and then start trying to stretch their raws further and further and further by majorly underdosing. And obviously the other issue is that price goes through the roof. When it hit the States some time ago, quite a few years back now, after an FDA investigation, prices went up 6-fold. So there is a real risk that things could get very, very expensive. I wish I could be more exact and give you more information, but that is the best picture I can put together as it currently stands. What I will say is, moving forward into next year, I'd be very careful with where you get your UGL gear from, and be very conscious of the fact that it might be underdosed, and also be aware that it might start getting very expensive. So it might be a good time to cruise for a few months until the picture fully comes out of what the situation is going to be moving forward. At the end of the day, with the huge numbers of people that buy gear, not just in the UK but around the world, the market's not going to die, and it's not going to not go somewhere. Somebody will step up, but in that meantime there could be quite a lot of disruption and quite a lot of shit gear floating around. So just thought I'd better give you a heads up. Take care, guys, and I'll speak to you soon.